Welcome back to another titillating episode of the Basement Ballers podcast. My name is Kareem, that's Brahim, and you already know if you haven't been here in a while, it's because we haven't been here in a while, but we've still been posting a lot of content on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and all of that fun stuff. A brother like me was on vacation, but we're back to give you some talks about England, Spain, Champions League, and the lot of it. So if you guys like the content, make sure to subscribe. If you really like it, make sure to check out all of the social media in the description below. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, you already know. But without further ado, let's get it going. England is our first topic of the day, specifically the Premier League. First, yesterday, first game of the day, Luton versus Brentford.
Yeah, that was a massacre, man.
It was a massacre.
So, 5-1. I mean, we will talk about the relegation shit after, but, I mean, at this point, there's I think 6 games left in the season. We know Sheffield 100% are down.
Yeah.
Burnley, I can 99% say they're down. Mm-hmm. Do you think Luton are down? Because Forest are only 2 points above them.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Forest is the only entity that is potentially in the firing range in terms of being but they could go down. Now, obviously, we're going to talk about the Forest game a little bit, and we're going to talk about some of the comments that their Twitter admin decided to release. Obviously, with the authority of the club itself, they don't just drop.
Yeah, that was. We'll get on that after. But
we'll get on that after. But yeah, so Forest is on 26 points. Luton is on 25 points. There is 4 games left to play for those brothers. 4? Yeah, because they played 34.
They're at 34 already.
Yeah, because those brothers aren't playing in other competitions.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, okay. Well, we'll get on to that after.
We'll get on to that after. And you know what? Listen, I don't know how the Premier League decides to operate, but if they're going to deduct points from Forest after, I don't know if they would do that, but
no, they're not gonna do that. But not points. Yeah, and then there was after that. Sheffield. We already know they're down, but got spanked 4-1 by Burnley, which is hilarious.
Sheffield United are on 16 points. Can you just remind me what the lowest points tally in Premier League history was again?
11.
11?
11, yeah.
What year was that again?
That was 2008. It was Derby County.
Damn, 11. All right, so at least Sheffield United, you've done better than Derby County this season. So, props to you guys. You guys are still going down.
Yeah, I wasn't watching, obviously, Prem back then because I was, a wee child of 7. But I do, from, what I've looked up and stuff, that year, Derby County were basically free eats for any team. They were getting spanked every week, 5-0, 6-0. They had, not only did they have the worst points accumulated, I think they had, I don't know if the worst, but top 3 worst, goal difference in history because their goal difference was, minus 80 or some shit. So, yeah, they were just.
Has Sheffield taken any points away from, big boys? Pause?
They almost took. Yeah, they did. I think they
Chelsea.
drew. Well, Chelsea, quote unquote, big team, obviously. So,
you know what I mean.
They took points off Chelsea. They almost took points off United because United won that game 2-1, I believe. I think United played them next.
You guys spanked them 6-0. Yeah. I forgot about that.
United played them next on, I think, Tuesday. So
West Ham. But they drew to West Ham.
They haven't. Yeah, they haven't.
Villa, they drew with Villa. Actually.
They drew with Villa. This year Villa's been top
up
4.
And down.
So.
But exactly. So,
they've done. Yeah,
Anyways, so they've gone but anyway, it's all crap. At the end of the day, where we're trying to compare crap to crap. Yeah. But that's what it is. Burnley beats Sheffield 4-1. They do their business. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter for Burnley. Those brothers are going down most likely, and Sheffield United are basically
100%. They're down, and then. 100%. Back to the top of the table for the moment. Arsenal beat Wolves 2-0.
Yeah, so tell me about that game. So when you're going into this game, after, obviously, we're not going to be talking about last week's Champions League matches because, those matches have transpired and, we already had time to process those emotions. But going off of that, are you nervous going into this game?
No, it's Wolves. I wasn't nervous. It's just that, I'm kind of... unless Man City lose their next, game or two or draw, whatever, The Villa defeat from last week pretty much sucked the life out of me. Pause. I don't know. I'm not going into these games excited or stressed. I'm just kind of it is what it is. Because in my opinion, I think the league's done.
Are you not hate watching some of the rest of us? I've been sitting here hate watching.
I don't know, man. City have. I think the hardest team they have to play left is
Spurs.
They have Spurs away and Brighton away, and I think both of those they win.
They would win, yeah.
And keep in mind, we still have to play United away, Spurs away. And what was it? Chelsea. Yeah, we played Chelsea on Tuesday. So
see, I have a alternative perspective. I think I'm gonna save it to when we talk about Manchester City's game against Chelsea before I present you with this alternative perspective. But wait for that, you guys, and let me know in the comments what you think about that. But let's So Arsenal, obviously, like, listen, it took them a little while to get into the game, but they did eventually. Once they scored their first goal, they did start to like look a little bit more like Arsenal. Obviously, we were used to the Arsenal of 4-0s and the 5-0s over the last couple of months. They were having a little bit of a tough time finding the back of the net in the first half. Obviously, they didn't. They ended up scoring the second half. Who was it again?
No, was it second half?
Oh no, was it?
I think it was like end of the first half.
I think it might have been stoppage time.
It was Trossard. He you know the thing with Trossard that's is like it's annoying with him.
Yeah.
Is that sometimes he plays and you're like whenever, because the thing is with Trossard is that he's the kind of player that like when he's off the bench he's amazing, and then when he starts he's kind of meh. But the thing is with him is that he plays like I'm not gonna say trash, but he doesn't play that great. But he produces most of the time. Like he scored the goal, and I mean I know Odegaard scoring like stoppage time, but that was pretty much like the winning goal because Wolves didn't score a goal. So I mean,
does he have a habit that frustrates you? Like does he do something that you just?
I don't know. He's not to me. He's not fast. You know what I mean? Like he's not
a pacey winger.
It's not that he's not fast as in pacey. He's not like. I feel like he doesn't do shit fast enough. I feel like he kind of takes his time.
On the ball?
Yeah. I feel like he kind of takes his time with shit. So like I don't know, but yeah, it was a good result. I mean, Liverpool obviously they beat Fulham, so that means we're both tied at the top of the table right now. But Man City still have to play. So they played yesterday. So that would be what, Tuesday? I guess they play. I think it's Brighton. I think they're playing Brighton, if I'm not mistaken. I think Brighton's the team they're playing, and if Brighton can do us a big favor, a big favor.
See, the thing is that Liverpool's job right now. Obviously, we're gonna talk about the Fulham game. Actually, let's just talk about it right now to get it out of the way, right? Yeah. So Liverpool played Fulham today. Today is Sunday, April 21st.
Mm-hmm.
So Liverpool literally played this morning against Fulham. This was also a pretty nervy game because Liverpool have had a really tough time scoring in open play. Like even though obviously we were out of the Europa League, we're not going to really get into it too much. Now that's pretty sad because we are Liverpool and we lost to Atalanta. But I digress. But we had a very hard time over the last few weeks, since basically the United game. Scoring
the FA Cup one. Was it the FA Cup United game or the League United game?
I think the league, where we had really hard time scoring in like just open play. Like we had Atalanta where we didn't score at home in 90 minutes. Went to Crystal Palace, or we were still at Anfield, sorry, but we played against Crystal Palace, didn't score.
And then even against Atalanta, the goal he scores a penalty.
Exactly, and then Atalanta, we scored a penalty. So we were having like really tough time. And this is taken, bro, when a lot of our like big boys were coming back. Pause. Like Salah, Jota, Trent was back. We were playing in like seemingly on full force. And we weren't being able to score. So what happened today is like they dropped the lineup. Bearmans were like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Why are we had a front three of Jota, Gakpo, and Diaz. I haven't seen that since Salah was at AFCON, to be fair.
Gakpo's trash, by the way. He's fucking trash.
Well, to be honest, bro, today he cooked. Today he cooked. You got to give credit to where credit is due.
He's trash. I mean, yeah, maybe. I think he's a bum.
I don't know, bro. Listen, over the last few months, I definitely can see your point of view. But the last few games, Gakpo has come in clutch. And a lot of people were like, what the hell is Klopp doing? You're not starting Salah against a must-win game, whatever. Doesn't matter, bro. We went in and we honestly cooked for them. Away.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, you have a squad. You have to use it. You can't play Salah every game.
Yeah.
He
made like a 20-minute. Him and Nunes made a 20-minute cameo. They looked really stiff, to be honest, when they came on. But at the end of the day, we sealed the deal with the Jota. Jota puts it away for the 3-1, and that's when I think most of us felt relaxed. Did you see the Trent free kick?
I did not. No.
Oh my god.
It was a free kick?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the game. I just saw that Trent scored. It was a free kick?
Bro, yeah. Trent is...
Well,
he was player of the match.
From free kicks? I mean, from just set pieces, he's good, man.
He's one of the best set piece takers in Premier League history. In my opinion.
Yeah.
He's rivaled by Beckham.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. There's I don't know, man. War Prowse. You ever seen how he takes set pieces?
Yeah, sure. But, I mean, I think Trent is better.
I mean, shit, Dimitri Payet, man. I mean, he was only in the Premier.
Well, the thing is I wish I was live during that game, because I swear to God, on my entire life, I sat down. I'm like, oh, Trent's taking it. It was a little bit to the left of like the center of the box, right?
Yeah, well, that's a right-footed shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Was it?
Well, yeah, if it's to the left, that's a right-footed shot because he can just curl over the. How far was he? How far was he from the goal?
Oh, he was at least a couple.
Yeah, because that's alright for the shot. So
two.
you just curl it over the wall and then
Exactly. So he steps up to it, and I said he's scoring this. I didn't get the right direction, like the right position, but he scored at top left corner.
Yeah, so it was over the wall. Wasn't
Over
it?
the wall.
Exactly.
Over the wall.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very nice goal by Trent. He's back. Obviously, he felt a lot better today. Like last game, he wasn't really playing to his passes were a little off and stuff. But at the end of the day, bro. It was good. It was a solid game. It was a good morale booster. We look to the next game. I believe we're playing against. Holy hell! Is it West Ham? I think maybe West Ham, but let me just obviously double check before I start talking out of my ass. No, Everton. Sorry, Everton away. So that's another tough challenge.
That will be that's tough because they're fighting relegation. They're fighting relegation. They want to make sure you guys don't win the title. So
exactly,
that's
so
gonna be
they're double motivated on that one.
That will be tough. I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, Villa get past Bournemouth easy. I mean, that was 2-0. There was Crystal Palace. They smoked West Ham.
Wow.
I hate West Ham fans. I swear they're too mouthy for no reason.
West Ham has been very up and down this season. Like the
last few years they've been up and down. Like, they'll have one season where they cook, another season where they're trash. This year they're kind of middle of the pack. I mean, I think they're still a 9th or 10th. Like I know they're like mid-table. Like they're very mid-table because I think they're like behind United but ahead of Chelsea.
Yeah, so they're 8th right now. Yeah, 48 points. They're 1 point ahead of Chelsea, 2 points behind United. And yeah, exactly. So they're very up and down, and a lot of because I'm pretty sure you guys smoked them like 5-0. I think.
Yeah, 6-0.
6-0. We beat them 5-0. I think in the was it FA Cup or was it Carabao? I forget. It was one of the cup
they've been smoked a few times this year.
You know what I mean? So yeah, very up and down performances. But Crystal Palace does their business, man. I mean, did they just come off a win against Liverpool last week to win against West Ham in that fashion? Shout out to them. I mean, it doesn't really do anything for them.
Yeah, but since they got I forgot his name. Since they got that new coach, right, in the last 2 months, they've been decent.
They've been doing better.
They have been better. But as for now. Like what do you think is gonna happen? So if we go through the league table, what do you think is gonna happen?
His name is Oliver Glasner. Yeah.
What do you think is gonna happen in terms? So title. What do you think is that? Because if we can do this real quickly, because I've seen a few other people do this, so this isn't my original idea. So I'm not copyrighting the shit. You know what I mean? If we go through. Let's go through. I'm gonna go. What I want to do right now. Go through City's last 6 games, Arsenal's last 6 games, and Liverpool's last 6 games, and obviously no bias at all.
Just predict.
Try to predict, and then we'll see who do we think wins the Premier League. Okay, so if we go right now through Arsenal's,
let's calculate the points as we go.
So right now, the points as of now are 74 for Arsenal, 74 Liverpool. And how many games? 73 for City, but City still have 6 games. Arsenal and Liverpool still have only 5 games, right? So keep that in mind. So. Arsenal have Chelsea on Tuesday at home. What do you think that is? I think that's a win.
W.
I think that's a win.
W. So 3 points.
They have Spurs away. I
say draw.
I think win just because if you look at Spurs the way they've been the last I'd say the last 2 months. I thought James Maddison coming back would have made them obviously back to what they were the first month and a half of the season. I don't know. They haven't been all that. Even when they are winning, they haven't been wow.
Yeah, they haven't been super convincing. That's for sure.
I'm thinking that's a win.
Okay, so let's say 6 points. Let's go with what
I think Bournemouth is that. Yeah, Bournemouth home. I mean, I know last year we barely scraped it. But
I think you'll beat their ass.
I think we beat them. Yeah, so that's that. United away.
Draw.
Yeah. I think that probably ends in a draw.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
Because United, obviously we're gonna talk about their coming.
No matter how shit they are, whenever they play against
the big 6, they turn up.
Yeah, they play against any of the big 6, they turn up. And then Arsenal at home to Everton last game of the year. I think that's a win, but I'll say also it depends because say Arsenal are out of the league at that point, they're not gonna win the league, and Everton still need to fight relegation. I mean, Everton could win that, but assuming Arsenal are still in the hunt for the Premier League, I think so that's. Out of the next, so that's 4 wins.
5 games.
So I'd say 4 wins, 1 draw. So that means Arsenal would end their season. So 13 points. So
you're saying the Everton game will win? You'll win it?
Yeah. Okay. I think we win. Obviously, depending on the circumstances of when that game comes, that could change. But I think as of now, we win that. So Arsenal would end the season on 87 points because that's 4 wins and a draw. Yeah, that's 13 points from 74. That's 87 points.
Okay.
Liverpool.
Okay, so my only slight change was I predicted the Spurs draw, so I'm thinking Arsenal is more like
on 85.
So, but anyway, we'll keep that in mind.
Okay, so we'll have to see. Now Liverpool schedule. So Everton, that's away, right?
Everton away.
Everton away.
Listen, So I'm just gonna give my prediction, and you can say I think we still win it.
I think that's a draw.
Okay.
I think because you guys, the way you guys have been playing recently, I mean, I know the second half against Fulham, I know you guys played better, but like, I think overall, you guys haven't been the same since the United defeat in the FA Cup. I feel like since that FA Cup loss, you guys haven't been the same. I know every result you guys have is unconvincing. It's scraped. I mean, you guys would lose to Atalanta and Crystal Palace as well. Plus, like, I feel like Everton are going to be very motivated for this game.
Yeah.
Plus, you guys have been having a hard time, obviously, scoring goals, as you've been saying, and you guys are playing as Sean Dyche and Everton. So I think that's a draw.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a draw. And then you have West Ham. Would that be at home or away?
West Ham away, yeah, pretty sure.
I think that's a win.
I think that's
a win. So far, that's 4 points.
So you say 4, I say 6. Okay.
Spurs at home, right? That's
Spurs at Anfield, yeah.
I think that's a win.
Yeah.
That's a win. Then you'd have Villa away. I'll be honest. I
say draw.
I think draw as well.
I think draw. That's a tough game.
I think draw, and then Wolves at home. That's a win.
Yeah.
So I'm predicting 3 wins and 2 draws. So that means 11 points, which would mean 85 points.
85 points. So you're 2 behind Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I'm predicting 4 wins and 1 draw.
So we're reversing. So I think Arsenal have 87. You think Arsenal have 85. I think Liverpool have 85. You think they'll have 87. So reverse.
Reverse.
Now we'll check Man City. Man City still have 6 games left. So
this is the tough part. Holy
what are we saying? Brighton away.
Brighton away, they win. I still think they win because we went to Brighton.
I'm going for a draw. I'll be honest. I think draw.
All right.
I think draw.
That's like an inshallah moment, you know.
Nottingham Forest. I think that's a win, but that could be a banana skin because they drew with Forest away last year. Plus Forest in a relegation battle. So
you think they're motivated?
Yeah, but the only thing I will say, since City aren't in the Champions League anymore, obviously, like we also have to think of that as well. I mean, obviously Arsenal aren't either, and Liverpool aren't, and anything like But
yeah, obviously, like it's a very equal fight.
Wolves at home, that's a win.
W easy, yeah. Even though Wolves did take away points from them earlier in the season.
Fulham away.
I think
that's a win. Yeah,
still W.
Spurs away. I think that's a draw.
I'm gonna say loss.
You think loss?
I think
really?
they'll lose. Yeah.
But that game also really depends on context because obviously Spurs want to get top 4. So if at that point they're, let's say, a point above Villa, tied with Villa, or like a point behind or whatever, and they're playing City and they want to get top 4, I mean, yeah, I'm saying that's a loss. Because I think what's cool, the fact that Arsenal are playing Spurs away like this Sunday, is that Spurs right now aren't like, obviously they don't want us to win the league. They do want to get top 4, but they're not in like desperation mode.
It's not super crunch time. Like,
exactly.
I feel like the pressure. But the thing is, the one issue with Spurs that frustrates me is other teams might rise to the occasion under pressure. Spurs
they don't. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the frustrating part. So like obviously for me, I'm gonna say loss, but it's very unlikely. Yeah,
so you say loss. So you said loss at Spurs, and then that's loss, and everything else is a win so far, right? Yep. Yeah. And then West Ham at home. That's one. So I'm predicting 2 draws and 4 wins. So that would mean.
What was your other draw?
So Brighton.
Oh, you said Brighton. Okay.
So that would be 14 points from now. So 80. So them and Arsenal would be both on 87 points.
Yeah, and you win on goal differential.
Yeah, unless like City spank each of these teams about 5-0. So that means I'm predicting Arsenal to win the league on goal difference. Now. Keep in mind, the context of the Everton game can change depending on where we are in the season. Also, the context of the Spurs game can change for City. So we'll have to see. But as of now, I'm predicting, a 2-way draw, a 2-way tie for first, with Arsenal winning on goal difference and Liverpool finishing on 85 points.
Okay.
Which I think that would be probably the craziest.
That would be a crazy finish.
I think that'd be the craziest finish to a league in like title and probably in history. Not even England. I think that's probably in history because like. I know, like, I don't know if it was last year or I know, like, really recently in Italy, there was a very close tie between those AC and Inter Milan. I think it was maybe Juventus. I'm not sure for the league. But point is, I think throughout. Actually, no. You know what? No, I lied. The one time I can remember that it was as tight was 2016 La Liga. Do you know that year? What was the points? I think it was 93 for Barca. Yeah. 90. No, it was 93 Barca. I think it was 91 Madrid, and it was 89 Atletico Madrid.
Oh, that's close.
I think that was the league in 2016, I believe. Anyways, So yeah, that's pretty much the predictions. And then for relegation, I mean, real quickly, do you think the bottom three right now are the ones that are getting relegated? So Luton, Sheffield, and Burnley. I'm saying yes.
I think because I think Forest they do have some.
They do
quality.
have some. They have more quality than Luton.
Yeah, they have some quality, and I think that like you said, maybe after today's like events, they might be a little bit more motivated.
Yeah.
Luton Town. The thing is about Luton Town, and with all due respect to them, is they were expected to be relegated, and therefore in the beginning of the season, and therefore they don't really have much pressure.
I don't think it's a failure on their part.
100%. Like it's that nobody looks at Luton and is like, these guys failed. Like not really, no. But Forest is a bigger club. They being relegated as a Nottingham Forest like club is obviously a lot more impactful than Luton Town, right? So for them, failure means a lot more, especially for the owners and for the coaching staff and all this stuff. So as from that perspective, I think that those three will go down. Forest will manage to stay up, and obviously, if Forest can do a little bit of business, a little bit of work, you know what I'm saying, then that will be beneficial to us. But I do want to talk about things about Manchester City that a lot of people have been saying is that obviously, given their schedule and given obviously their ability to step up in the latter half of seasons and just win, straight up and win. They're obviously the favorites to win the league. And obviously, as a man like me, I'm not delusional. I'm a Liverpool fan, and I've experienced what it feels like to lose to City by 1 point, right? And just feel distraught.
Twice, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Twice.
And to feel like City can do it. Okay, Arsenal, you guys felt that last year, obviously, with City's comeback in the latter half of the season. Okay. City can do it. This year, though, I have this weird feeling about City that's different. I don't know why. One thing, okay, so City played Chelsea in the FA Cup. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit, but let's just talk about so some of the things that were talked about before the game and after. Is that City fans or City players were feeling fatigued. Bernardo Silva comes out and says that the way that they scheduled the United game for Sunday and the City game for Saturday, after City just played 120 minutes in the midweek in the Champions League, is ridiculous and it doesn't make sense, and the players are getting tired. Okay,
yeah, I'd agree with that.
And if fatigue is starting to set in to the degree that players are complaining about it, which obviously for me, I agree. I think the players do play too many games, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If it's starting to set in and then the coach is starting to feel fatigue as well, that could be room for City to drop points.
Yeah, but I feel like yes, but since they're out of the Champions League, the only thing they have left is the FA Cup, which is end of the season.
It's just one game, yeah.
Exactly. I feel like if City don't drop points in their next, I'd say 2 or 3 games, they're not dropping points at all. Yeah. And that's what I think, because they're fatigued now. So if they were to win the next few games, plus obviously end of the season games aren't played every 3 days; they're played once a week.
Yeah.
So if they manage to go through Brighton, Forest, and I think it was Fulham or whatever was the game after, if they can go through those games and not drop points, then I think the league's done.
100%. And I think this is a very because we're talking obviously about the Premier League, this is a very good time for the question of the day, which is obviously, so we talked a little bit about before the pod about Pep Guardiola, and there were some rumors about him potentially not extending past his 2025 contract end date, which is basically, it wouldn't be obviously this season. It would be at the end of next season, right? And obviously this would make a lot of sense given that Jurgen Klopp, his biggest rival, is leaving. Potentially Pep could be looking for a new challenge, so on and so forth. That could be, obviously a pretty good time for him to leave. Do you think that though, do you think he will?
I don't know, because I feel like the Man City job is very, I'm not gonna say easy, but I think Man City's gonna be the least pressurized job he's gonna have.
Yeah,
I feel like any other job he gets is gonna be more pressure, and plus the only way I could see him leaving is if he just gets bored. Because me personally, I don't feel that any team is going to be able to beat City to the league while Pep is there. I mean, if it happens this year, cool, but I don't think any team is going to be able to beat City while Pep is here. Because if you look at since he's been here, I mean, the first season, I'm not going to say it doesn't count, but it counts, sure, but that was his first season, and plus that team really wasn't his. There was still a lot of players. Exactly. But basically, since the 2017-18 season, that's 6 seasons. Yeah, 2017-18, 18-19, 19-20, 2021... 21, 22, 23. So that's 7 seasons now. out of these 7 seasons, he's won 5 out of the last 6 and could potentially win this. So he could potentially be winning 6 out of the last 7 Premier League. So, like, I don't know. Like, I don't, like, unless he gets bored, sure. But, like, I don't, because I feel like, because he's not going to go back to anywhere in Germany because he already did Bayern. So I don't think he's going to go to Dortmund. If you want to come back to Barca, Pep, I mean, I'm not going to say no, obviously. I don't think you will. He's already done it, yeah.
Because you've been critical of Pep's play style in the past.
Shit, I'm critical when it's not. Yeah, if it's my team, do what you want, man, as long as I win. Point is, what was I gonna say? So he's done England, he's done Germany, he's done Spain. The only other place I could see him going,
Serie A.
Serie A, maybe a Juventus or an Inter AC Milan, because AC Milan's coach is leaving end of this year.
Exactly.
So who knows? It could be that, but then again, AC Milan, Serie A teams really have tight budgets to work with, so I don't know if he's gonna want to do that. Either that or he's gonna coach a national team, because I don't see him wanting to go to PSG. I mean, I know PSG can give him as much money as he wants, but like, why the fuck would he do that?
No, exactly.
Like, he already spent the last 8 years making the Premier League a Farmers League. So why would he go to another Farmers
League? Just like listen, Pep is the kind of guy who seems to like challenges. He seems to like a little bit of pressure, stress, and for the most part, although you said it was like quote unquote easy in Man City, he still did have to compete with a Jurgen Klopp Liverpool team that was basically matching him bar for bar for years. You know, like they had to get 100 points one season, right, in order to win the Prem.
Look, man, we'll have to.
You know? And I think I'm trying to remember. So the only seasons he's lost as Manchester City manager is his first one in COVID?
Yeah, the 16-17 season and, the 19-20 season.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are the only seasons where he's lost.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's crazy to think about. But let us know what you guys think, guys. Do you think that, like, A, do you think Pep will want to leave by the end of his contract? And B, do you think that basically Manchester City will continue to win so long as Pep is there? Okay, those are the two questions of the day. All right.
Now, speaking obviously of Man City, I mean, like, I want to focus on the United game more, but we can go over the Chelsea City game real quick this weekend. All I have is one word to say. It's Nico Jackson, man. Fucking like, Man City should have lost that game yesterday. Yeah. They didn't. Like, I thought Chelsea played well. Nico Jackson just fucking sang. Here, I will say this though. Yeah. If Nico Jackson was a winger, I don't feel like people would give him shit. He should not play as a striker, because the way I see it with him, his hold-up play is good. He has good hold-up play. He's pacey, and he can like dribble decently. He just can't finish. Yeah. Put him as a winger. Yeah. Put him as a winger, because like, honestly, man, like, if he's your striker, I mean, besides him, who else would they have a striker like Nkunku?
But that's the thing. Chelsea this season has really lucked out on Nkunku, because that was the brother that was supposed to come in and play like a false 9.
Yeah, he's been pretty much injured.
Yeah, he's been injured. Like, he came back a couple of games. He looked kind of good. He did score that one goal against Liverpool. Obviously, I think that was.
Yeah, but you guys won that game like 4-1. No.
Yeah,
so that goal meant nothing.
Yeah, but still, like, he still did look positive when he came back. But it's just the fact that brother is not like reliable by any stretch of the imagination. Now, what I will say though is that Nicholas Jackson, he's not your future. Like, as a winger, I just don't think he's that guy, right? Because realistically, when you play as well as you did against Manchester City, okay, especially after, like Bernardo Silva said, they just came off 120 minutes against Real Madrid in the Champions League, and you play like you did, you should be scoring goals, and you did.
Like, they should have won.
They beat you. They beat them 1-0.
Like, yeah, because like Bernardo Silva scored the goal, but like, like Chelsea should have won.
Yeah,
like, honestly, they should have won, and then.
But listen. Despite that, the controversy still seems to be revolving around that one handball of Jack Grealish.
That was a penalty. That was a penalty.
So I initially I looked at it. I'm like, oh well, like I was trying to like understand why they didn't give it. So and I was like, oh, maybe because they felt like he wasn't making himself big. Maybe right. But the way that Jack Grealish basically had his hand out like this and seemingly brought it down.
Yeah, they've given penalties for way less.
For way less.
I mean, even today. I mean, like, okay, going to the next one. So Man United Coventry, right? Yeah. Which is, I saw, so I don't know if you know who Samuel Luckhurst is. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he's basically a really big journalist who writes for the Manchester Evening News, and he's a really big journalist, like affiliated with like Man United or whatever. And even he tweeted today, he's like, yeah, Ten Hag needs to get sacked, because bro, they won, sure, they won. Even Anthony, after they won on penalties, was given. You saw that he was doing the little like, you know what I mean? Point is, they won the game, sure. They were. I'm going to work, right? And I see it's 3-0 United because I even fucking forgot they were playing today. I see it's 3-0. I'm like, all right, cool. I got to work, it's 3-2. I'm like,
well, that's what it was. So like, when I saw it, it was 2-0.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Liverpool game was about to start, and so I'm like, all right, well, I don't really care about this because I figured, like, to be honest, before the game started, I thought United was just gonna win, right?
I mean, like, with all due respect to Coventry, they're Coventry City.
So Liverpool goes up 3-1. I get a text from my brother, and he goes, "Are you watching this game?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Liverpool's doing good, huh?" He goes, "Nah, I'm talking about the United game." And then I knew right away. I'm like, United bottled it, like, you know what I mean? So I go and look at the score, and I'm like, 3-3. It's 120 minutes into extra time, and I'm like, bro, how?
Yeah.
How did you manage?
You know, Coventry scored a goal as well, but it was given offside.
Offside, yeah.
Yeah, they
but it was like, it wasn't by a lot, was it? It was like a fraction, right?
Bro, look, it wasn't like me even before VAR. I don't know how the ref didn't call it as offside because like it looked very like it looked blatantly offside. Like, I can't lie.
The Coventry goal.
The Coventry goal, the one to win, it looked very offside.
Gotcha.
So I feel bad because if the ref had just called it offside, because the issue is that they thought it was a goal. All the Coventry fans are like going fucking nuts, whatever. It gets pulled back for offside, and then they lose on penalties. And even then, like. Because I was telling you, if the Wan-Bissaka won, because the penalty that I don't know if you saw, but so Coventry basically tied the game at the last minute with like a penalty, obviously. And if you saw, did you see the like why it was a penalty or no?
Because it was the trip.
It hit Wan-Bissaka's hand. It hit Wan-Bissaka's hand, and it was a penalty. But Jack Grealish's one was more of a penalty than Wan-Bissaka's one. So that's why, in my opinion, it's like, okay, if you're gonna give it that one, you have to give the Jack Grealish one. But there's that United like are gonna get okay. Every time I say United are going to get smoked by City, they lose, but they don't get smoked. But, like, listen, man, like, all that hard work just to get to lose. They're not winning against City. They're not.
Well, this is what brings up the whole conversation of VAR, because the thing is about VAR, although I agree that it's a useful technology, I think the implementation of it has been really shit, especially this year, bro. Because the reason why I say that is like, so the Jack Grealish handball wasn't even reviewed by VAR.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, so I'm just trying to wonder, like, bro, like, when do you say, oh, I'm gonna go check VAR?
Like it's the refs, man. I'll be like, because like there's a lot of shit that happens that like it's the refs' fault. Because like I'll give you an example. In the Champions League, even though Champions League, I think officiating in general just fucking stinks. But in the Champions League, the officiating annoys me less than league officiating. Because even in La Liga, right? Like. If we switch over to that now, we'll switch over to Liga right now because I think it was done. The league is done because Barca lose today 3-2 to Madrid. Because if we won that, we would have been 5 points behind them with, 6 games left. So even though we still weren't probably going to win it, there was still a chance. Madrid are now 11 points out of us with 6 games left. So, yeah. League's done. But what I'm pissed off about is that La Liga is the only major league in Europe that does not have goal line technology. Because here's the thing. Because some angles, the ball looked like it was in. There were some angles where the ball didn't look like it was in. Well, like, it looked like it was in, but like not fully across the line.
Or it was hard to say because like the goalie was
it's hard to say.
View.
So you can't really say if it's a goal. And obviously, if you have goal line technology, you can check. But why I'm annoyed as well is because if you look at, for example, the Lucas Vazquez penalty, that was the same exact penalty that Saka didn't get against Bayern. Because Lucas Vazquez, literally, even Ter Stegen said after, he sold the penalty because like he saw Kourbasi's leg there, and Kourbasi shouldn't put his leg there. I mean, João Cancelo should not even like. I don't get how like if you lose that duel to, let's say, Vinicius or Rodrigo, whatever, how are you getting out muscled and out dueled by fucking Lucas Vazquez? Lucas Vazquez. Yeah. He gets spun. I'm not gonna make Kourbasi too much because, like, first of all, he's a child. So I'm not gonna give him too much shit.
Really well for you too.
But on top of that, he sticks a leg. He probably shouldn't have. But then Lucas Vazquez sells it. Ter Stegen almost saves it. And what I'm pissed off about is because like Barca, they get another goal, and then 3 minutes later, we concede. Why? Because João Cancelo's not looking at his man. This is the thing. And the last week has made me realize because unless we get João Cancelo for like fucking 10 million, brother, really? I am not bro. Because at this point. If he's going to be like the league right back, sure, but you can't be playing him in big games. I'm sorry. Because, bro, every big game we've played this year, he's made a mistake. Yeah. He's made a mistake in pretty much most big games we played this year. Yeah. He's made a mistake. The PSG game, this game, even in the first Clásico, I'm pretty sure he made a mistake that almost led to a goal from Madrid, even though it didn't. But, like, it's just,
He's not. I just don't think he's the guy to take you into the future in terms of your right back.
No.
Obviously, I think at the end of the day, and I don't think Koundé is that guy either, to play as right back.
No, I think Koundé's fine as a right back.
You think so?
No, my issue right now with Barca is we need a striker because just get Lewandowski. The second goal doesn't happen, by the way, if Lewandowski's on the pitch because Ferran Torres sold a dummy and then Fermin Lopez gets the rebound. Lewandowski tries to control that and shoot himself. That goal doesn't happen if Lewandowski's there. So it's for me, Ben Lewandowski.
Yeah, no, he needs to
Right
go.
now, apparently the rumor is that we need to sell one like big like player for at least like a big sell, like a 70, 80 mil, whatever. In order to get back to like the 1+1 rule in the Liga. So basically we wouldn't be restricted to signing players, right?
Yeah.
And the rumor are there's 2 players. Well, 3. Rafinha, Araujo, and De Jong. For me, I'm selling De Jong because
sell De Jong too.
Because for me with De Jong, to me he's more of a luxury player. Because De Jong's the kind of player where like you have to sacrifice something for him to play with. Because like his best form was when Koeman was there was the 2021, like it was the back end of like the 2020-2021 year. That was Messi's last year at Barca, because he was playing in more of an advanced role, right? But who was behind him? He had Busquets behind him. You know what I mean? So for me, unless you get like a top DM, right? You can't really play De Jong in a big game. But then even if you get a top DM, you play De Jong, so you're gonna have to sacrifice Gavi, Pedri, or Gundogan, which to me I wouldn't want to. And then Rafinha, long term, do I think he's like obviously the best right winger in the world? No, I don't think he's the best, but like I think he has his uses. So I'm keeping him. Yeah. And Araujo, to me, I'm keeping him. Like I mean, I know he made a mistake for the goal
for that shit, man. Like
look, he got a lot of flag, but you know what? Look, I mean, it was a very stupid thing for him to do. But like, bro, he's still young. Like he does learn. Like every center back has made at least one mistake in their career, so he will learn from it. Obviously,
man, that got red carded against that in the Newcastle game. Like I mean, obviously not as big of a stakes, but like,
but like for me, yeah, like you move on. But to me, if you give me, and also the thing with De Jong, he's been at Barca for 5 years now. It's not like he's new. Like it's not like it's been only a year or two. No, he's been at Barca for 5 years now.
Yeah.
He's been under 3 different coaches, or technically 4 actually. I mean, Quique Setien lasted only like 2 months, but he's been in Barca for 5 years, played under 4 coaches, and like plus with the wages he's on or whatever. Yeah, if I'm because I think Barca are probably selling him this summer. I can't lie, because they're gonna look at like. Because Barca need to sell one player. They need to sell a player for a lot of money this summer, right?
And the thing is, there's a lot of interest for him. A lot.
And that player, to me, you know where I'd love him to go? Actually, Arsenal. If he goes Arsenal, then for me it's win-win.
Yeah, literally.
Because to me, De Jong would be perfect at Arsenal. You put him and Rice as like the pivots, which is good because none of them can be a 6 by themselves, but they're players that can play well with a pivot next to them. You put them as the pivots and Odegaard. I think that midfield right there, I think it's probably the best midfield in the league. I think that's probably better than Man City's midfield. Okay, it's very close.
It's competitive.
It's competitive with Man City's midfield, because if he goes to Arsenal, because apparently Arsenal really want him.
Yeah.
Then to me that's win-win, because I think now he's outdone his time in Barca. Like it's been cool while he's been there, but like I think we need to move on. And for me, if you sell him and you get like a top DM, you get like a really good DM, and not a DM like a, because I know people talk about Kimmich and not that. I want like a Rodri kind of, like I need a DM who's like who can tackle, who can take control of a game. I don't want like a flimsy DM.
Would you take Paulinho at your club?
I've not watched enough of him to actually say. I can't lie.
Yeah, because you before you talked about Zubamendi,
but even then, the more I think of it, he's not. Zubamendi is he's more physical than the young guy. But even Zubamendi isn't like the type of DM I want at Barca is that us like what a prime
Casemiro,
Casemiro, like what a prime Conte was. Like I need like a cruncher in the midfield. I need one of those. And right now in the market, obviously, I'm not I don't know exactly. I don't know every player, but now in the market, I can't think of a top DM. But we need the best we can get, because right now, I think Barca need to prioritize 3 positions: a DM, a striker, and a left back. I think right back we're cool, because you have Koundé who's there, and you could put Julian Araujo, who's like on loan at Las Palmas, who's been doing really well this year. You get him as your right backs, and even Hector Font. Even though Hector Font's he is a right back, but like. He can play as a left back too. Then your left back, you have to go out and get a left back. Yeah, you have to get a left back. One who isn't because you know the thing is, man, is that like I don't really want to have 2 like defensive right backs. Koundé is more of a defensive right back because he can push forward, but he's not like amazing at pushing forward.
Would you take Robertson at your club?
I don't know. Is he washed? I don't watch that much Liverpool. Is he like?
No, he's not washed. He's like when he started the season, he was playing really well. Obviously, he's been back from injury.
Look,
so.
I need someone who can be decent going forward and also has defensive awareness. Yeah. That's all I need. But point is,
Yeah,
there's
Roberts. That's the thing
Yeah.
about our fullbacks is that they're very strong offensively,
Mhm.
but their defensive awareness sometimes is not
Yeah.
like amazing.
Because, bro, the thing is, Cancelo is literally Trent. He's
Yeah.
basically the same as Trent, but Trent is insane offensively.
Yeah,
You know? Whereas, I mean, Cancelo can be good offensively, but he's not a Trent
Yeah.
level on offense.
So-
Because for me to want to...
Cancelo's a liability on
Like,
defense.
yeah, for me to want to take someone who's a liability on defense, they have to be like
Sensational.
basically insane going forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like Marcelo, for example, in Madrid was not great defensively, but he was insane going forward.
Yeah.
That's why, like, you know, he fit in. With Cancelo, I don't know. So yeah, I'm looking at getting a left back. Actually, another position as well. I can't lie. I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to sacrifice maybe I'm willing to sacrifice a left back for another year because even though Cancelo isn't great, in big games you can maybe try and manage it even with him as there. Me right now, if you give me a choice between a goalkeeper and getting a left back, I'm taking a goalkeeper. I'm done with Ter Stegen, bro.
Yeah.
I'm done with him.
Yeah.
I'm done because for me, okay, the second goal and the third goal he can't save those, especially the third one. Even though it is a penalty, I think another goalie probably saves that penalty because he was this close to saving it. You know what I mean? And even against PSG, I don't know. And just Ter Stegen has moments, man, where like we can do better than Ter Stegen. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think? Okay, I'll throw one keeper at you. Let me know what you think, and then we'll move on to the Champions League predictions.
Yeah, go.
Emi Martinez. What do you
Yes,
think?
I'd love Emi Martinez.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like the whole bullshit of like, oh, we need a ball playing goal. And this is the thing that annoys me with Barca. Okay, we are never gonna go back to what we were when Messi and Pep and all those were there.
Yeah.
That's gone. Okay.
Yeah, tiki taka.
Obviously, I'm not saying we need to play like defensively. Play tiki taka, but if the point is we have to sacrifice trophies each year just because we have to, because look at Madrid for example. Madrid play fucking dookie football, but they win each year. Look at against Man City, for example. Barca doesn't do that because Barca, we're basically stupid. We're always like, well, now we need to play a certain way. We need to do this. That's what annoys me.
Yeah.
Like,
Because even against you today,
Yeah.
I wasn't like looking at Madrid and like, wow, they're so good. I honestly didn't think that they were that.
they
special.
weren't good, but they're just clinical. That's the thing because.
Like they take their chances.
Barca right now, because I don't want them to basically be like, oh, well, we need a ball playing goalie. No. Just take a goal. A goalie's first task at hand is saving the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Just take a goalie who can save a shot.
Stopper, yeah.
Okay, Courtois is not a good goalie at his feet. That doesn't
Still
matter.
one of the best goalies in
Emi
the world,
Martinez isn't good with his feet. Won a World Cup. Allison's not the greatest with his feet either. And look where you guys did. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need a ball. Like, for me, look at, for example, look at Man City. Ederson's a shit goalie, but the reason why he doesn't get found out that much is because, first of all, he doesn't not that many shots come towards him, and he plays for Man City. If Ederson played for a team that conceded more shots, people wouldn't say he's good. He's shit. He's not good. But it works at Man City. At Barca, bro, we're not Man City. We need a goalie who can stop shots.
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna sit there and basically limit opponents to fucking 5 shots and 1 on target each game. No. Opponents shoot I'm not gonna say they pepper us, but they shoot the ball at us quite often, and I don't trust Ter Stegen, bro.
Fox.
So we need a goalie.
Yeah.
We need one.
Fair enough. I mean, listen, I think that's a bit of a niche take because I haven't seen a lot of Barca fans call for a goalie. But listen,
there's been a lot. Trust me. Yeah.
But listen, Barca fans, you guys are listening to this podcast. You guys obviously have the option to give your opinion in the comments. Let us know what you thought about Brahim's analysis.
Wait till TikTok. TikTok. I'm gonna make a video about this actually.
Make a video on TikTok. So guys, definitely check us out, Basement Ballers Pod on TikTok, or you can just write Basement Ballers and it will come up for sure. Now that we've talked about that, though, we're just gonna finish off the podcast for today with a little discussion on Champions League. So the bracket is set for the semifinals. Okay, it is Madrid, Bayern.
Yep.
And then you have Dortmund, PSG. Okay,
this is very easy to predict. I'll be honest.
The Madrid Bayern game, I'm pretty sure starts in Germany. I think their first game is. Hold
up. No, I don't think Bayern topped the group. I don't think Bayern topped their group. So I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I think game 1's Germany, and game 2's in Madrid. Yeah. Check April 30th. It's the 30th of April. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That's in Germany. Yep. That's Germany.
Yeah, so exactly. So game 1 for that game for that one is in Germany, and game 1 for PSG and Dortmund is also in Germany.
Yeah, I think me personally, and this is gonna be like, I pray to God this doesn't happen, because to me, I personally think the finals PSG Madrid, and I think Madrid's like, I think for me, whoever was winning, Man City Madrid was winning the Champions League. To me, Madrid's winning the Champions League again this year.
Yeah.
But the worst outcome could be a Madrid PSG final, because I hate, but like, I'm at the point now where I don't know. I think I hate PSG probably about the same as I hate Madrid. I can't
There's
lie.
no way. There's no
You know what
way.
I'm gonna the thing with Madrid is I can't stand it, but at least with Madrid, even though half their shit is from corruption, at least they're Madrid, like they're a respectable club, you can say.
Yeah.
They win stuff, like they have, it's Madrid, you know. PSG, their fans are too mouthy for a team that literally was nothing fucking 15 years ago.
Literally.
They literally they weren't a thing 15 years ago. You know what I mean? So like, for me, the ideal outcome is Dortmund wins it, because I don't like Bayern either, and I want Marco Reus to finish with a fucking Champions League in his career. But I honestly think Dortmund could be PSG, because, like, listen, bro, PSG are really not that good.
Yeah.
They're really not. Like, I know we lost to them. If it wasn't for that red card, we're not losing that.
You're smoking them.
PSG are not good.
Yeah.
And Dortmund beat Atletico, but even Dortmund aren't like amazing.
Yeah.
So,
but listen, you know what's really cool about this semifinals in general? Every team has a story if they win. Okay, so obviously with Madrid, the major story would be Bellingham coming through first season at Madrid. He would win that. Like, that's a big story, right? Important. Bayern,
Harry Kane,
first trophy, and it's a Champions League trophy with Bayern. Like, amazing, right?
PSG.
PSG, obviously the Mbappe story,
And first Champions League.
Champions League ever in their history.
And
But then obviously the Mbappe story, does that make him want to stay? Does that make him still
nah,
want to leave?
even if he wins,
so on and
even
so
if he wins, he'd leave.
Hey?
Yeah.
Dortmund is a bit of a niche one, so you got Marco Reus, so I'll give you that one.
And I'm pretty sure they've never won the Champions League. I'm pretty sure. Because I know they've made the finals a few times, but I don't think they've ever won it.
Was their last finals
They
in
made
2013?
So 2013 they lost.
Yeah.
They made the final, and I think it was like 97 against Juventus, and they also lost. I don't know. Like, I'd have to check. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't think Dortmund's won the Champions League either.
Yeah.
Let me.
But so while you check that, so obviously you have the Marco Reus story. A lot of people love Marco Reus, so fair enough. But the funnier one is Jadon Sancho winning a Champions League at Dortmund and then going back to Manchester United. That would be absolutely hilarious. And honestly, if that happens, listen, for me.
Oh wait, yeah, Dortmund did win it. They beat Juventus 3-1 in '97. Okay, so Dortmund has won it once. Okay. I lied.
But you see how like there's a lot of angles that this Champions League final could take, and all of them have some sort of intrigue. Now, for me personally, because I don't have really a horse in the race, I don't really care if Madrid get number 15. I don't really give a shit. I mean, obviously, you'd be a little annoyed. Probably.
I think I'd prefer them getting another one than PSG winning one, because at this point, right? Barca have fucking 5, Madrid have 14. Like, we're not catching up to that shit in the next like 100 years. Okay. Realistically, another Champions League, what is that gonna, like? I don't care. Like, yeah, is it annoying? Sure, I don't really care. Like,
it's not like Like, Madrid fans are not gonna be like, oh, cool, we have 15 now.
I stopped caring about Madrid winning Champions Leagues, honestly, after Ronaldo left. Yeah, because to me, after Ronaldo left, right, I didn't really care anymore if Madrid won Champions Leagues, because, like, Madrid are just like, it's their thing to win Champions Leagues. I just didn't want Ronaldo to stat pad Champions Leagues, and people would just use that in the whole goal debate. That's the thing. So for me, I don't really care anymore if Madrid win the Champions League, because I prefer that than PSG winning one. Because PSG talks so much shit for a team that's never won a Champions League.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if they win a Champions League, well, you can't say anything. And the thing with PSG fans, they're fucking annoying. They're mouthy. Man City fans are too, but they're not as annoying as PSG fans.
I don't get really that annoyed by Man City fans, I'll be honest.
Man City fans are harmless. PSG fans are dickheads.
Yeah.
I hate PSG fans.
Yeah.
They think they're so good. They're trash. They're a shit club.
Yeah.
They're fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
And I think on that, we can leave it at that.
We can leave it at that, but guys, let us know what you guys think. Let's
Actually,
hear our predictions. That's true.
Well, yeah, true predictions. Okay, yeah, I'm going. Well, do you want like score or just like?
Nah, I think score is a little wild.
Okay,
I think draw at the Allianz and then
and I think win in Madrid.
Win in Madrid,
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think because from watching, Bayern against Arsenal, they weren't really.
Yeah.
They weren't.
And then on the PSG side, I think they lose at Dortmund, but then they'll score enough goals in Paris. So
I don't know, man. Their ground isn't really intimidating at all. I can't. Plus, PSG are frail. They're pussies. So I think they lose at Dortmund, and maybe they draw. Fuck it, man. I'm saying I think Dortmund beat them and go to the final. Fuck it. I'm saying that. I think Dortmund wins.
Say less. But guys, let us know what your predictions are for the Champions
Dortmund
League
final, and Real wins it. Unfortunately.
And let us know what you guys think about all the topics we talked about today. We are officially back. Sorry for the vacation. Obviously, if you guys are looking for Basement Baller content, we are back. Our shorts have never stopped, so you guys don't want to look at our shorts, go for that. I mean, like, not like that, you know. But, like, if you guys want to peep our shorts, then definitely go and check that out. If you guys want to check out all of our social media, guys, we're popping off. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everything, everywhere. Basement Ballers. We are building a sports media company here, me and Brahim, and it's going well. Thank you guys so much for the support. Keep on track with all the TikTok lives that we've been doing, the YouTube lives that we're going to start doing as well. Thank you guys so much. We love you. Summer's almost here. More videos to come. Peace out.